Who told me shovel was good? You've been watching too much Hafu. We're gonna stack up armor. This is gold, bro. This shit is not platinum, diamond, master league, okay? I'm playing against a bunch of 6th graders. We're just gonna get spikes, or we're gonna get a regen or something like that. We're not gonna worry about the meta. We're not gonna have a backpack full of stones. You got nothing to worry about, okay? Buy Goobert? I must be blind because he doesn't seem to exist in the shop. No, I'll give it to you straight up. As far as I'm concerned, ain't nothing wrong with the broom. And then you run 2 bananas for maximum stamina usage. Step 1, you fit the bananas. This is so doable. Let me think about this. It's so doable, bro. It's like that. It's like this. It's like this. And it's like this. The man's a damn genius. I could not have done that a month and a half ago. My brain would not. It would have been like, you can't make the shapes fit. 2 swords is still really good. I'm not going to cry about that, especially because I just won. Oh, another backpack's always nice. It's nice. Can't really take a 2nd sword. I gotta take a stone. I could take some... I find gems kind of annoying, bro. I find gems kind of tedious to deal with, quite frankly. They're too good to pass up. All right, fine, I'll do it. Will lead us to kings. The Wilper's banana build, so true. I'm telling you, 2 bananas goes hard, man. I feel the same way about 2 bananas on the bike, the way people feel about 2 beers before they make a phone call. A carrot is a great food. I can't be mad at you for getting the carrot, okay? We put some respect on that. I'm going spikes. You can't stop me. What do you do? Lifesteal 10% of damage dealt. You do 2 to 4, you do 1 to 3. That's easy enough. I need you. I need you. I need backpack space in order to make this work. Or do I just sack around? My stam's gonna be all shook up. Hang on a second. Let me just see if we were to do this. I say you sack around. Maybe we don't lose. Maybe we don't lose. We probably lose, but maybe we get some tempo out of having a spiked shield. Definitely looks like I'm getting my ass beat here. Definitely looks like it's not even close. Okay, that's bad. But now we got space. We're gonna put the whole system on trial. People got really good at this game over the long weekend, huh? Now, let's think about this. Stamina usage low. Destroy 4 shield for each free slot in front of it. They changed how spiked shield works. It sucks now. 30 shield, start of battle, gain spikes. 30 shield gained, gain 1 spike, up to 2 times per battle. Unattacked, 35% chance. There's too much, man! There's too much text! There's too many if-then in that. Build a switch statement, bro. This is too many ifs and thens with a maximum mathematical calculation of 2x annually unless you get an annuity that... It can't proc itself anymore. No human being should know what that means, okay? We were not put on Earth to know what proc, spike, Percentage means, okay, we were put on the earth to plant seeds and then harvest the grains and then mill them into flour and eat some bread with our families, okay? Why are we saddled with all of this rigmarole? Yeah, that one's a germ a bit. That one's a germ a bit for sure. It is true though. I don't know. It might. I'm like with D.L. Guiga. I don't believe we were put on the earth. I believe we were always here and the earth formed around us. My ancestors killing a lion with their bare hands for me to complain about 2 lines of text. Yeah, but I don't think your ancestors would be like, oh, sorry, I froze for a second there. I don't think your ancestors would be like, bro, stop complaining. I think your ancestors would be like, bro, go kill a lion. Because it is the killing of the lion and the danger therein that makes you appreciate the 2 lines of text. I think they'd be very proud of us mostly. It's an interesting thought. I don't know. I think on an individual level, our ancestors would probably be a little embarrassed, but on a societal level, they would be like, look how far humanity has come. But it's, you know, it's the people that are embarrassing that are pushing society forwards. So it's an interesting sort of push and pull there, right? Like I have to imagine, like if you work at a project manager position, and then there was like you're 24 years old, and your ancestors could see you like on a Sunday, wake up hungover at 12:45 p.m. and then be like, oh, I'm really hungry, but I don't want to eat, even though I have food in my fridge. They would probably be like, what the hell? I was, you know, like when I woke up after eating a couple of moldy gourds just to feel something, my ass had to get out there on the savannah and hunt down a saber-toothed tiger in my bare feet. I didn't even have any damn shoes on. But then they would also be like, due to the machinations of society, that 24-year-old project manager is somehow generating like, you know, 7 figures for a company that doesn't even do anything. They make like a middleware that goes on top of like an outerwear apparel e-shop, web retail interface, e-commerce, Shopify plugin, best recipe for Ninja air fryer. They would probably be like, damn, good for them. You know what? You earned some DoorDash or something like that. Where do you think your ancestors are from? I have no idea. Sergey Brin. Beats me. I can make some guesses. You can't. You'll get banned. It's against TOS. I can. It's the luxury of being yourself. Now let me think about this for a second. I forgot what I was doing. What I do know is that we're not doing a lot of damage. We only have 3. We need to do more damage. Yeah. You go in the shield to gain more shield. You come out here so I can get some damage dealt. And you'll be involved in the ranger bag, please. We need another backpack. You inflict poison. Use 1 poison to gain some lifesteal on attack 20%, mathematical, etc., etc. I'm going to put your ass in the sword. Stamina usage is high. That's unfortunate. Suboptimal. I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking it too. There's got to be a better way. So the whetstone can hit both weapons. I mean, people are not messing around anymore, okay? They've definitely hit the icy veins this weekend. They're coming out with some stronger meta. Start me up. Three rocks. The hell, I'm playing against Indiana Jones's wife? She's wearing those toddler-ass pants. She's got a heart sewn on the leg. This is the shit we dress our own child in. Sorry, you got washed. Rip. Get some sartorial sense. You're a grown adult. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt with Mickey Mouse on it, but... You know, act like you've been there before. Started back. Okay, so it's Thorn Whip takes us to a spike build. This is just it's synergistic right here. It's that simple. But if we run 2 weapons, what if I sold your ass? You know what? I've decided I'm going to sell both weapons. This is a bit of a crazy play. That way, I can run both of these weapons without torpedoing around, which is important because I'm already on 3 life. And then we'll try to fit everything else. So ideally, you would get some... You would touch the Ranger bag and the fanny pack. So the easy way to do that is move the fanny pack. I'd like to, you know... It is what it is. Maybe we can't get the Bloodthorn in the fanny pack as well. Maybe we can, but my ass is not going to worry about it too much. We need you. Stamina use is high, so it's non-negotiable. We need both bananas. You do 4 to 9, you do 2 to 5. Attacks... 2.3, 1.6. Can I get some mathematical calculations on this? I think lifesteal goes to the whip. And then more attacks equals poison goes to you. Removing a buff goes to you because I can't afford to take the space. Whetstone that does nothing. No. Whetstone that makes the whip do slightly more damage. And then don't stress about the positioning. It's just too much. Okay, we can't be stopped. It displays DPS as well. Yeah, but how do I know how many S's are going to be in my F? You know what I mean? Like the DPS is great, but what if it does 1,000,000 damage every 1,000,000 seconds? The fight might not last 1,000,000 seconds. Bloodthorn. On hit, converts regen into vampirism and spikes, deals +1 damage per spike and vampirism. Okay, understood. So we want regen. Damage per second equals DPS. I know, but what if we don't have enough S's to experience the D? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, this thing has 1,000,000,000 damage per second because it does infinity damage after 1,000,000,000 seconds. I might not even be alive that long. I have no concept of the size of 1,000,000,000. It's 1/7 of Jeff Bezos or something, right? No, that doesn't make any sense. There's no way he's worth $7 trillion. Not until Prime Day hasn't even happened yet, right? Most STEM illiterate Twitch streamer. Your ass is getting your undergrad in physics right now. You're probably in 2nd year and you're watching me. You know, you got to remember where the insults are coming from, okay? There's no, like, let's be realistic. Nobody from, you know, like Caltech faculty of astrophysics is in here like, oh, I'm crunching numbers. I'm just going to put NL up on the side monitor. You know, I get your ass just got out of like statics class. Here, let me give you a tip for your exam. F equals MA. Now, don't act like you're smarter than me, okay? There's a flow of information here, and it goes from here into the camera, out to you, and then you respond by either hitting the left button or the right button on your keyboard, right? The woman in the lab coat hands me a chocolate bar. I take one bite. Left. She makes a check mark on a tally. A calendar beside me says Dave 575. Sorry. It is a Twix joke. Have I talked yet about how Kit Kat is like a psyop or something? How is Kit Kat is the most overrated and overloved chocolate bar in history? You talked about it a lot. Okay, I'm just saying. We've covered it. Thank you. I'm not suggesting that Kit Kats aren't great, even though that is my opinion. I'm just, every time I see a candy tier list and somehow Kit Kat's chocolate covered sawdust is in the S tier, I'm like, they got to you too, huh? Seems like they got to you too. I mean, a potion belt, you gotta remember, a potion belt is space at a minimum. I love it. Sounds like you have a sensory problem. Me, when someone doesn't like a food that I like, it sounds like you're neurodivergent. You may be right, but I think I just don't really like the Kit Kats that much. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm merely suggesting that I don't think that's what the first question the doctor would ask is, unless the Kit Kat Corporation got to them as well. They'd be like, step 1 on the questionnaire you fill out. Do you like Kit Kats? No? All right. Go to the emergency room. Stat. You should go to the emergency room now. Okay, hang on. Go here. This is all fine. It's all well and good. It's all dandy. I'm not anti-Kit Kat. If someone was like, here, try this Kit Kat, I'd be like, thanks for the Kit Kat. It's still tasty. But if you were like, you want to, hey, we're going to the store, you have to eat a candy bar, otherwise you're going to go into like a coma. Which one should we get you? Can we just get you a Kit Kat? I'd be like, brother, at least look around and see if there's like a Butterfinger or something. Like, what are we doing here? Butterfinger, ooh. Watermelon, meow, meow. People hate Butterfinger? So many Americans in chat would be like, that kind of chocolate is gross. What are you talking about? It's candy. It's all good, bro. Shit was made in a lab in 1894. A dude with a waxed twirly mustache was like, what if we put in more sugar? And everyone was like, that seems like a great idea, bro. Hershey's? That is the other one. Whenever people are like, they just put Hershey's or another chocolate bar that's literally just chocolate in like the A or the S tier, I'm like, what are you doing? That's shit like you pack in a survival bag to eat if the big one hits the Pacific Northwest. Where you're just like, I just need some calories to get through the day. And like a little chocolate might stop me from Thomas Janing myself in the mist, you know, in the pandemonium here. What is my whetstone doing, brother? What is my bag of stones doing here? Sorry, it took me a second to remember who the lead actor in the Mist was. Don't really need to attack faster. We kind of need another weapon. If we need another weapon, we'd be happy to have another banana later. Now you're thinking with portals. Why don't you give me some of that? Roll once, get a bag. Ooh! You synergize with healing herbs. Anyone could maybe go to your recipes here? Health drops below. Okay, you get 2 heal for 18, gain 2 regen, cleanse 4. Maybe. Let me think about that. Cup of Grey, Cup of Goose, Cup of Chris. Never catch me like Thomas Jane in the Mist. Take the liquor straight, never chase that. Top back because we bring an 88 back. Skirt. You know what I'm talking about? Fancy by Iggy Azalea. I'm so fancy. You already know. I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo. This doesn't look right, but... Fucking, I don't fucking... Stamina usage high? Bro, that's what the 2 bananas are for, you piece. Look at this optimization! Whatever. Chiblee, it's 10:18 a.m. Kind of. This MF just went Joe Pesci in Home Alone mode. Holy cow, I'm crazy. That reminds me. My wife kind of roasted me this weekend. She said, "What is your favorite Christmas movie?" And I said, "Here's the thing. My favorite movie associated with Christmas is probably Die Hard, but I can't be one of those guys who's like, Die Hard. Because then it's just a little too Redditor core for me to be the guy who quotes that. So I said, I don't know. I really like Home Alone. And then Kate said, wow, that's really showing your age. And I was like, damn, I guess it is. Then I said, well, what's your favorite Christmas movie? She hit me with the Santa Claus. I haven't seen the Santa Claus since I was I don't know, 7 years old when I rented it from the video store. I'm 25 years old. I love Home Alone. It's a movie old people like, for sure. Point taken. I've seen A Christmas Story too many times to enjoy it anymore. I recognize it as a good movie. I'm just saying that for me personally, I never want to see it again because Christmas Story might be the movie I've seen more than any other movie on planet Earth except possibly the Austin Powers films. The difference is I chose to watch the Austin Powers movies all those times. A Christmas Story was foisted upon me. My parents watched it every Christmas, which was good. I enjoyed it. I'm 8, whatever. I had a great time. But then TBS Superstation started playing that shit literally a 24-hour marathon every Christmas day. So just having the TV on while people are opening presents, you see the movie 1.5 times. You go to your grandparents' house, they got the movie on. You'll shoot your eye out, only I didn't say fudge, you know? So it was soap poisoning. I've had it a little too much at this point. Which is fine. It's Fragile, must be Italian. It's a good movie. I'm kind of over it. I know I do this every year, but people love it, okay? It's like my Mariah Carey bit. Home Alone, the dude, I'm sorry if you watch it on YouTube, you're hitting the dislike button. You're like, when is he going to buy the Yggdrasil leaf? Listen, this is what I do, okay? Home Alone 1, Kevin McAllister is simply standing his ground, okay? It's Castle Doctrine. The wet bandits are sieging his house. Home Alone 2, Kevin McAllister should be in Supermax prison, sharing a cell with the Unabomber. Rip. The bit made more sense before he died. Rip to the Unabomber. You would have loved Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. In Home Alone 2, Kevin McAllister is sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. The wet bandits are robbing a toy store. I'm not saying it's a good thing. What they should be doing in that situation is canvassing for charity or singing carols. But they're robbing a toy store. Kevin McAllister should call the police. That's all he has to do. Librarian, thank you for the gifted subscriptions, by the way. Thank you. There's a lot of pressure now. He should have called the police. What he did instead is set up a bunch of fucking jigsaw traps in his aunt's brownstone in New York City. He lures the wet bandits there and then basically subjects them to physical torture it's against the Geneva Convention to the extreme, but also would kill anyone. This is Looney Tunes IRL shit. Marv falls 3 stories down onto his back, onto a concrete basement floor. Would have liquefied him from the inside out. Marv gets electrocuted so much you can see his damn skeleton, which is how you kill a murderous elephant on Coney Island in the 19th century. It's insanity. Kevin McAllister fills a toilet with lighter fluid and rigs it so when the wet bandits flush, it explodes and Joe Pesci is immolated in a damn fireball. Like this, all they were doing was robbing a toy store. I'm not saying they should have done it, but at the same time, like, that's not an equitable punishment for the stuff that the criminals were doing in the first place. This is why we have laws and checks and balances. But Home Alone 2 does go kind of hard. Because when they catch Kevin McAllister, Joe Pesci does put a gun to his head and say, hey kid, I never finished the 3rd grade. Looks like you won't neither. And you're like, damn, I was literally watching this shit when I was like 6 years old. And I was like, no! They're gonna kill Macaulay Culkin, bro! I think he gets saved by the lady. She throws the bird, or she throws the bird seed so the birds attack him and stuff like that. But anyway, it's crazy, man. They were going nuts. The hell were they thinking? Why are you spoiling the movie? Bro, the best part when Donald Trump shows up, don't worry, DL Guiga, that stuff happens like 45 minutes into the movie. Then you can turn it off and go to fucking Men's Warehouse or wherever you buy your shirts from. Okay, so I bought the Yggdrasil leaf. Finally! Goobert ass. You don't really need to be here, but I'm not sure if I'm a broom guy. For each nature item, gain 1 and 1. Four? 4? Okay. We take those. Gem inside shield. So true. Every 8 seconds, cleanse a debuff. Do this. So I'll be like, man, why was this backpack battle video like an hour and 27 minutes long? I don't know. I guess it must have been a cracked run. I'm on round 8. I love that for me. You know what? Just start me up here. I'm okay with that. We can't even fit a stone. It's only because of the baby they're not putting me on intense files anymore. DL Guiga, this is, I'm using my I'm a normal guy again voice. When is I'm trying to think of the least awkward way to phrase it. When's your baby arriving is a weird way to phrase it. But I also don't want to say something insane like when is the little bundle of joy coming home? This is week 30. Okay, so you got like 10 weeks. If I could go back in time, I mean, I guess I could just apologize to him now, but it's kind of like, he's probably like, it's no big deal. Rob was kind of cooking when he said that the human gestation period was 10 months, not 9 months, okay? Now, he wasn't 100% right, but in hindsight, he was more right than I thought he was. He was less wrong than I thought he was when he first said it. Because if on the back of the napkin, if you said, how long is 40 weeks, which is the average human gestation period, you would be like, that's about 10 months. But for some reason, we say that the gestation period is 9 months, okay? That's all I'm saying. I would like to give him his credit. I think we should take a second Thorn Whip. But it is gonna fuck us up for a minute or two. Stop calling it gestation. Oh, why? Does it remind you that I have a science degree and you prefer to think of me as some kind of ignorant Andy who learned something useless in university, like how to read books that teach you something about the human spirit instead of something useful, like memorizing the fucking oxalate acidosis cycle over and over as if I couldn't just Google that shit anytime I needed it? I'm not anti-science. I'm just saying, just because your ass has a 91 in high school physics doesn't mean you're Isaac Newton. You need to act like you've done this before. You haven't done shit. You haven't done anything. You regurgitated formula onto a test paper. Call me when you spend 75 years, working for a public university to find out, oh, we found a second use for coenzyme Q. It reduces glutamate spikes by 3%. That's science, motherfucker. Science is not, if an apple fell from a tree, how long would it take to hit the ground? Go back to the 12th grade. Or don't, because it sounds like you did pretty well the first time. But now, I want the thorn whip, but if we take it, it's going to screw us up. But it is a nature item. No matter what, we need to sell you. Your ass is gone, and twice on Tuesdays. Whatever that means. Then, look at that, like a glove. I need to fit the extra stamina. It has to happen. Otherwise, we're guaranteed to lose. We're merely very likely to lose with this build as a result of the stamina. You should have weighed in on the discussion of the Peloton treadmill somehow giving you an output. Diego, here's all I'm going to say, okay? This is one of the times where I was like, he's right. It makes sense to me that on the bike, they give you an output score in kilojoules because you're doing work, physics definition work. On the treadmill, how could you have an output? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying you're not doing anything. You're burning energy. At the same time, you're not producing energy. So how could you have an output? It doesn't, unless you're making the mill tread or you're making the tread mill. It doesn't mean that it's less of a workout. It just means that the actual metric of output doesn't make any damn sense. It's like asking, I was going to think of a metaphor, but honestly, I'm not scientifically enough inclined to understand it. I was going to say it's like asking how many calories of gas your car took in, but like on a mathematical level, that actually does make sense, I guess. How many calories of gas did you put in your car? Holy cow, I'm cooking, man. I don't want a pan, which is crazy because we have like infinite foods. I think you could just go. Wait, just look at this for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stamina usage very high. I'm going pineapple, okay? I just need to figure out how to organize this. It just needs to point at a nature item. It's always pointing at a nature item. Okay, we understand this now. We get it. You need a stam bag. You need a pineapple. You can at least make it work with the banana a little bit. I'm stalling on this. I'll find a place for you, okay? I promise I will. It'll take a bit. Listen. This is plate up, okay? Some people play plate up. They take a minute and a half to do the level, and then they spend 45 minutes figuring out where to place the sink, okay? That's not me. I spend a minute and a half to lose the level, and then I spend 45 minutes talking about, like, why the fuck did they make a Home Alone 3? It doesn't even make sense. I mean, I know they made it for, like, profit-based reasons, but nobody from the original cast came back. I guess they were kind of stretching the limits of believability that they would leave Kevin McAllister home alone for a third time, but still, Home Alone 3, come on. And the headliner in Home Alone 3, French Stewart, you know you're cooked, brother. Home Alone 3 is my favorite. It's a kid's movie. I'm not going to be mad at you. You probably saw it when you were like the right age. You know, you were like 9. You're like, whoa, I'm so glad they made another Home Alone. That's like way better than the previous ones. That's what kids are like back in those days. That's what I was like. I've not seen a single Home Alone. You should watch like 1 and 2. They're pretty good. They're fun. My kids think Hocus Pocus 2 is better than Hocus Pocus 1. I mean, that's just crazy. I don't even feel like Hocus Pocus 1 is that good. But Hocus Pocus 2, you will not catch my ass watching that. Even if I have a sweater on that has Mickey Mouse, there's no shot you're ever going to see me watching Hocus Pocus 2. My nostalgia has been mined so much by Hollywood that to this point, it is now actually anti-nostalgia. I don't care if it gets a 99 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's nominated for Game Movie of the Year at the Game Awards. Martin Scorsese says it's better than 2001: A Space Odyssey. You won't catch my ass watching a new Ghostbusters. You just can't go back to the well that many times. The well's dry, buddy. The well's dry. The ghosts have all been busted. Let me think about this. It's always nice to have a gem. It's always nice to have foods. Same shit, different day, brother. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. Whatever. Anyway, let me think about this for a second. Okay, let's put one of these in here. 3 of those, 2 of those, 2 of... Okay, that's the way garlic should be. I got too many gems, man. Same shit, different toilet. So true. Until Skibbity came around. Changed everything. I need backpack space. So give me some space in my backpack, baby. I need backpack space. So I would love it if the shop gave me backpack space. Book. I don't respect the book anymore. Rotate your leaf. Okay, is just 6. 7 of them. Wow. Thank you. Yummy. Hey, Deli Sarah, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. We do appreciate it, folks. We do. Does this work? You could ruin your life doing this pretty easily. Let me think about this for a second. Your ass still gotta be like here. The hell? Oh, you carrot Goobert. I see. It's a carrot Goobert type situation. That old song and dance. So put another... So crazy. If Joan Jett remade I Love Rock and Roll, she would have to say, put another 50 fucking cents in the quarter. Oh, son of a bitch. Inflation's so crazy. Joan Jett, if she remade I Love Rock and Roll, she'd have to say, put another 2 dimes in the jukebox, baby. I will start survival mode. We're so back. You owe me $3. So true, man. Oh, so true. True. Sam Yo at the function. I love rock and roll. So cue up Imagine Dragons on the jukebox app, baby. It's a little Peloton joke for you. I know you love them. Gotta get another pineapple. Probably gotta get some more healing herbs as well. And then backpack space next time. And we're chilling. Backpack looking scrumptious. You know, you can make 2 good dishes with this probably. I mean, pineapple's just good by itself. You just got to figure out how to make your banana and carrot souffle. You're cooked. Baby food ass backpack. You're not wrong. I ain't mad at you. I think we need acorn collar. And even just putting it... No, we don't. What are you talking about? Get this shit out of here. It's not necessary at all. You know that Joan Jett version is a remake? What are you talking about? What was it originally called? I love Tin Pan Alley. So put 2 pennies in the jukebox, baby. I love Tin Pan Alley. This shit came out in the 70s. There was like barely music at the time that it existed. That's why I have to imagine it's so beloved to this day, even though the song sucks ass. Otherwise, people are just listening to it for no reason. Doesn't make any damn sense to me. What's the most what did I say it like British? What's the most overrated song of the last 20 years? It's a good question. Oh, because overrated is the kind of stuff that hurts feelings. Anyone could just be like, this song sucks ass. People will be like, yeah, that song sucks shit. Just put me in here. I have 15 gold. Hang on, I gotta think about this. Born in the USA? Brother, that shit is like 42 fucking years old, okay? Dance Monkey? I do hate that song. But the thing is, that's like... It's too easy. That's not killing a sacred cow, okay? Because what you're doing is you're like picking an out group of... I'm imagining you're thinking of like, you know, 47-year-old soccer mom, someone who's very outside of your demographic, and you're going, those idiots love this song, so it's overrated. No, let's pick something that you have to admit inside of yourself, this song kind of sucks, but I still like it. Like, what instead of picking a song that you're like, it's ass, but people kind of like hearing it on the radio, what about picking a song where you're like, I fucking love this song, but I acknowledge that it sort of sucks. Let's hurt some feelings, okay? I don't listen to bad music. I already know your fucking Spotify Wrapped is all gonna be like pentatonics, so don't even try to pretend. Unlike other people, I don't listen to bad music. Just pentatonics and fucking Weird Al. Blue October. Fucking, I don't know. You might listen to the good stuff. You might listen to the Magnetic Fields. What do I know? You ever find it sad? I think this is what makes me like a bad person when it comes to music. There are times we'll be doing like a Peloton ride and the instructor will be like, this song means so much to me, and it's like by Pink or something like that. I'm just like, really? The song that means like it like speaks to you spiritually? Like you heard that shit in the fucking drugstore? You didn't have to scrounge like through a crate of old ass records or go to like the dark web or something? Like literally you're crying to that shit in the produce aisle of the Save On Foods? Anyway, sorry. It isn't even like something indie played out like All My Friends by LCD Sound System. Like, come on. That's a big one. I hear "Do You Realize" at the store sometimes. Yeah, but that's like people aren't really ready for this. It was kind of it's a little bit of a mid Flaming Lips song, you know? I mean, if we're talking about stuff off of Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots, I'm like an ego tripping at the gates of hell sort of guy. I'm not. Do You Realize is fine. It's fine, okay? But it's just once you've heard it a couple of times, you're like, come on, Wayne Coyne. Get off of the, like, love everybody stuff and start talking about the time you took mushrooms and you almost cut off your own leg, you know? That album is like all hits. Bro, listen to me. If you like Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots, motherfucker, I have an album for you. You better listen to some fucking... You ever hear of The Soft Bulletin? It's gonna blow your mind, man. Don't even get me started, okay? Soft Bulletin, greater Yoshimi. I like Yoshimi Battles of Pink Robots, but I do agree with you. That's all I'm trying to say. Regular Amethyst. Your shit's too organized. I'm going to demoralize you. My messy ass backpack, papers are all scrunched up. Sandwich from 4 days ago, molding out in the bottom of the damn JanSport. I'm still beating you in the GPA Olympics. That's gotta sting. Brother, what the hell are you talking about? You know what I mean? I don't know. Do, 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 do. Oh, you're right. There's nothing in my shield. Take one of those and call me in the morning. I need some space. This song means so much to me. Brings a tear to my eye every time. It's so true. Me weeping at the damn Universal Studios gift shop. I'm just buying shit. I'm just being honest with you. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. There's got to be a way to fit a Goobert into this. I just have to find a way to make money on this. It's simply too good. 2 carrots required, Jerry! You need 2 carrots? I know I have 2. It's just I didn't want to have to move the shit around. You can optimize the leaf. Who are you? My friend who has his PhD in biochemistry? thought he was going to do, you know, some good for the world, but instead is trying to squeeze as much THC as possible out of the cannabis plant. I made that guy up. He doesn't exist. But if he did, hey, he'd be doing good for the world in his own way, to be fair. Listen, I made him up. Don't be mad at him. He doesn't exist. Be mad at me. I'm right here. I'm amazing. Carrot Goobert. 5-star item activations. Get cleansed, brother. And you activate every 4 seconds. I think about this, man. It's a whole song and dance. Thoughts on Animal Collective? I like him. Jim Carrey voice. I like him a lot. Every 9 seconds, every 4 seconds, every 4.5 seconds, every 7 seconds, every 5 seconds. I can live with that for the moment. Well, it's gonna ruin my damn life. That's fine. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's totally fine. Maybe it's completely okay. Thoughts on Bandle? As usual, we've already done it today, and it's my favorite song of all time, so I crushed it easily. Who's your favorite classical physicist? It's a tough question because there's so many that spring to mind right away. But I mean, I think I would be remiss if I didn't mention Isaac Newton. He's honest, if we're talking about classics, does his name get brought up? I would definitely say Isaac Newton, one of the best for me personally. A little bit played out, sure, but I mean, he's like the Beatles, you know? He's famous for a reason, I'm sure. He was kind of a jerk. Isaac Newton has been canceled for insulting his laboratory assistant and making him work nights and weekends to invent gravity. I want laws of physics made by people who work less hours for more money with worse graphics, and I'm not joking. Who's the guy who held in his piss so long his bladder exploded? Tycho Brahe. The financier? The artist? Newton never married? Yeah, no, he respected the boys. He was hanging with his lads, man. Nothing weird about it. There's lots of lifelong bachelors out there. Just living it up with the lads. We could do better than a shield, man. We don't need to buy a shield. We could do better than a shield. The hell? Perfect emerald. Sounds like a damn Final Fantasy something. Kind of ran out of steam on that joke. Might as well. You sell it for one anyway. You never know when one stone can make the difference. Emerald's trash? Never mind. See you. it's not even worth mentioning. 300 armor? Yeah, I snooze. Just wait till Carrot Goobert gets his hands on you. I don't know why I'm winning. And it don't matter. 4 seconds, 9 seconds. 5 seconds. 7 seconds. Blue gem in your sword goes through armor. Oh! I'm a genius. Book me? Do you consider Maxwell part of classical physics? You mean Andre Maxwell, the inventor of Maxwell's magical, mystical, wonderful law? Of Maxwell's equations, it is the longest and strangest of all? I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. Plus, he makes good cakes. Maxwell cakes? I've never heard of that. I've heard of his houses. There's this shit called Maxwell House where they make coffee. It should be called Maxwell Beans, bro. Dude's got his nomenclature all messed up. Hold. Hold. I'm the best to ever do it. Carrot activates every 4 seconds. Another book would go kind of crazy. I'm not even sure I need the other space, man. I don't think it's necessary. This is the final round. Maybe for you. Me personally, I'm not afraid to get into it a little bit. If it's the final round, just give me a little boost thusly and we'll save our money. That's what... Oh, I can't fit it! I can't fucking fit it, dude! I'm not gonna worry about it. You stay in there. We'll leave that backpack for somebody else. As a kid, you ever get... You ever, like, go to the store to buy something and then the store only has one more of the things? And you're like, I'm not going to buy it because all I was thinking about was that some other kid would come in later and be like, oh, I want to buy this thing, but this is the last, like, there's none left because some other kid grabbed it and the other kid was me. It's probably the worst way to describe that of all time. 15 wins, though. Wow! We're almost at the platinum level. We could play till we get the plat. That'll probably only take a second.